What is going on, people? Welcome to Throwdown, episode 323. I'm your host, Tony Polanco, and tonight I am joined by Emilio Lopez.
Everybody's got a price. Everyone's gonna pay, because the $1 Million Man always gets his way.
Chris Seeley.
Hey, what's up, everyone?
Carlos Romero.
Yo.
Adam Vale.
That's Adam with an O.
Brett Murdoch.
What up?
And Brian Manjoma.
It turns out that the reason that Chun-Li was not in Mortal Kombat is that she was in Fortnite.
Ah, yes. Joined by Ripley, by the way. I forgot who put. Yeah, you know what was? I'll give him a shout out right now. Mob Hits. So he posted this picture. I'm calling it the picture that should not be. So it was Chun-Li holding a Tommy gun to a crawling Ryu. And I'm like, no, this doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense at all. It was an image from Fortnite, obviously, because you could have the characters run around with crazy guns. So Chun-Li was shooting Ryu with a fucking Tommy gun, like she's a gangster from Untouchables. Crazy. And then today I was on PS5 and I saw Ripley with an alien, and it said Fortnite. I'm like, okay. So they're just throwing everything into this thing now, you know?
That's it.
It's
Did she have the mech?
game.
Did she get in the mech thing? Remember that
No, they just showed them together.
Yeah.
I didn't see Power Loader.
Oh, Do the Third
Yeah,
actually brings up a good point. He said Chun-Li is a cop. Yeah, that is true.
She in fact, in Street Fighter Alpha 3, remember where she confront one of her special animations when she confronts Bison, she has a gun pointed at him, and then she draws it away when he starts doing powers and shit.
Yeah, that's true. Didn't she also do something similar in the the earlier Alpha games too?
Huh?
Because you said Alpha 3, right?
Yeah, she only did that thing in Alpha 3.
Oh, okay. For some reason, I thought she did it in one of the other Alphas, too.
No, in Alpha, it's just the usual, we're going to take you in or stuff like that. But for some reason, in 3, she had a little, a gun she'd pull out at him.
Interesting.
Because she is a cop.
Yeah, she is a cop. Yeah, forget about that sometimes. I'm not going to say the specific situation, but we had one of those instances where I brought up something to one of my friends. He completely forgot about it. It involved him, and I was like, damn, it's one of those instances. To you, it was Tuesday. It's just funny how that became like the quote of that movie, the day I killed your father was the most horrible, traumatizing day of your life. For me, it was Tuesday. Fucking awesome. Raul Julia was great in that movie, though, man.
Oh yeah.
No, he knew he did again a perfect explanation. Example of how good of an actor he was. I mean, he's amazing in that movie. Like probably one of literally the standout things of that film.
Yeah.
He passed away right after the Addams Family sequel. Was that 94?
No, it was actually
after Street Fighter was his last movie.
Street Fighter.
Yeah,
that was the last one to come out.
They actually had to work around it, and then some of the final scenes. Yeah,
because they couldn't do reshoots and stuff. Because that's what they ended up doing, a lot of reshoots and things on the film to change it, fix some things. Yeah, and he had already passed away.
That's some crazy stuff, man. So about crazy. Want to know what else is crazy? This week in gaming, bruh. This week, what? Absolutely bonkers. I had full show notes on Tuesday. So much happened on that day alone. I had full show notes on Tuesday. We could have I added some more stuff in here, obviously, because stuff's happened today. Our primary topic here. But Tuesday was absolutely bonkers. And I don't even think I covered all of it,
And for Tony, it was Tuesday.
It really was Tuesday, but a different type of Tuesday, So, yeah, we just brought it all back together to Tuesday, man, the magic day. But we'll talk about Tuesday's insanity in a little bit. Tonight, right now, we're going to talk about what happened today on Thursday, Thursday for us. Sony State of Play, which I believe they announced on Tuesday, ironically enough, So they promised us 30 minutes of 10 games on PS4 and PS5, and as usual, the internet went crazy. Oh my God, what are they going to show? They're going to show this, they're going to show the other thing. And just like a Nintendo Direct, very disappointing. Very disappointing.
As Tony would call it, it's a penguin moment.
So yeah, I can't tell that story. You know,
we can't elaborate on what a penguin moment is.
Yeah, definitely a penguin moment. But as we usually do on Throwdown with these things, we're gonna go over every single game announced and then give our overall thoughts. So I hope this site that I'm referencing covers it all, man. All right, so the first thing we got here is Crash Bandicoot 4 for PS5, I guess. Is that what's going on right now in the streets?
They're establishing that they have this game coming out on PS5. I'm gonna say this for those games that are like being thrown out there again.
Repossessed. Remember that movie?
Yeah, I don't know, but like, I guess people want to know that it's coming out for the new console. That's great, but I don't really feel like they need to devote that much time to them.
Well,
they literally just say Crash Bandicoot PS5, show a couple of seconds, and just be on with it because we already know what the game looks like.
Yeah, but they want to show you what it looks like on PS5, man.
But it doesn't look any fucking different. It doesn't look any fucking different. What, did they add ray tracing to it? They didn't say that shit.
I don't know. So if anybody cares about Crash Bandicoot, there you go.
You can finally play it on PlayStation 5. You've been chomping at the bit to play it on there, right?
Right, yeah, I'm a big Crash fan, you know.
Yo, man, and then that one Crash fan goes, "Yo, man, why you talking smack on my Crash?
Yeah, I'm gonna come over there and kill all of you." Like, damn, bro, you gonna kill us over that?
I'm gonna kill you.
I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna boil you alive and feed you to a dinosaur. I was actually told that. And this is why I close my DMs, man. Motherfuckers are crazy on Twitter, man. All right, damn it, CNET, you fucked up the order here, but okay, I'll skip these two. I'll come back to those later. We have Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach.
Okay.
Yay.
Kristen's excited about that.
Is that the VR one? Is that a real one or is that a VR game?
PS5 game.
It's a real one. Yeah, it's a real game. It looks like there's a bunch of stealth and animatronics are chasing around this. I don't know. It's like Dave and Buster's looking place.
Oh God.
Oh, okay.
By the way, I find it funny that IGN. Now I'm not shitting on IGN or nothing, but I just find it funny how they had a 2-hour pre-show before this. I'm like, 2-hour pre-show of nothing but speculation.
You got to get the clicks.
I'm like, how you gonna have 2 hours of a 30-minute show? It's like,
it's just a talk. They probably just don't give a shit. It's like, hey,
are you lonely? What do you think is going to show up?
Want to tune in?
All right, so we had that. We had this other game. This one. I need some of you guys to explain this one to me, because this is the game that I've seen, at least based on Twitter, that people were the most excited about, besides Final Fantasy, which we'll cover in a bit. Kena Bridge of Spirits. Explain this one to me.
Someone should, because I also don't get it.
I don't get it. I fast forward.
I mean, it showed up
during a live stream.
I didn't watch it live.
It looked like Pixar the game.
Yeah, is that the appeal, that it looked like a Pixar game? Like,
I mean, it's a very nice looking game. It was shown the last time on the PlayStation thing.
Yeah.
So I mean, it looked very nice, and I guess this time we get to see a little bit more gameplay, because last time we just saw a bunch of cinematics of a girl running around in the forest, right?
Yeah. I don't know.
It looks nice, but I mean, again, looks can be deceiving. You could just have this pretty looking game and it just doesn't work right. So I'd like to see more gameplay.
Yeah, that one is coming to both PS5 and PS4.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
I thought that was a multi-plat game, to be honest.
Well, it is a multi-plat game on PS5.
Oh no, I mean not only PlayStation shit.
Yeah. No, it is a exclusive.
Yeah, in July 2020, they showed it originally.
Yeah. Yeah, no, we talked about it before. And even before this show started, people were already pre-excited for it. So there's been hype building for this game for a while. It's just, I'm like, I don't know. All right, next up we got, by the way, you can tell how riveting this show was by our reactions right now. Next up, we got another multiplayer game called Knockout City coming to PS4.
No, that shit was in the Nintendo Direct. I already talked about that.
Okay, fuck it then.
Street dodgeball shit.
Okay, fuck that. You don't need to talk about that shit then. All right, we got Oddworld Soulstorm. What is this? I know what Oddworld is. Is it a
essentially
new game? Like, is it a remake? What is
a new
this?
game? It's
new.
essentially it's the official Oddworld 3. Because
Okay.
because he had this whole Lauren Lanning had this whole like story that was supposed to go on with all of them, and he didn't officially get to do that in the third Oddworld 3. So this one is like, so he did Oddworld New and Tasty, and he did the one of 1 and 2. So now he's doing the 3 that he always wanted to do, and that's what Soulstorm is.
That's cool. Gets to finish out the trilogy.
Yeah, he gets to finish it out and make it the way he wanted to. But again, Lauren Lanning, he's always made like good looking games that they always look like CGI, so it's kind of cool. It looks like looks really cool. I think it's using Unreal, I think, as I remember.
Yeah, I don't know. Looks like it, but who knows? Probably is though. All right, next up we got this game. This people kind of like a little hype for. It's called Sifu. It's like Daredevil, the hallway scene, the game, or what? Brian, what was it? Old Boy.
Old Boy.
Yeah, right. Old Boy, the game. So there you go.
Or a 3D version of the old Nintendo Kung Fu. Because it looks like she's just going up through floors. Like every time they showed it looked cool. Yeah, you smash them around the walls and in different environments, use your environment to help and stuff. But I don't know. It looked like a $20 game.
Yeah,
the Korean Old Boy, not the American one.
Oh
no. We don't talk about that.
You don't like Spike Lee's Old Boy?
Yo, man, that thing, I fell asleep.
Damn. All right, so we had that. We had this other game called Solar Ash, and this is the game that made me go, what happened to outlines? Like, no game has outlines anymore. It's just flat colors,
Well, it's supposed to be going. I mean, to be honest, it looks more like No Man's Sky to me.
Yeah,
the environment looked like No Man's Sky.
The environment did, but the characters were just like, they kind of look like Abzu characters or what's that fucking game? Pathless.
Yeah, the Pathless.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a sort of like sort of a shape, like a simplified shape sort of game. It's not really cell shaded, to be honest. It's a little different than that.
They're missing the cells. All right, so we had that. Then, so at this point in the show, I was like, why the fuck didn't they just call this an indie showcase? Nothing but indie games until these last 2 games, Then I started waking up. So we have Brett's favorite game right here, Deathloop, which is a Bethesda game coming to PS5 exclusive. They show more footage. It looks interesting. Brett, any thoughts on Deathloop?
I'm genuinely excited about it. It's
It doesn't sound like it.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I could tell you're excited.
Yeah, well,
It's not as excited as I am.
Yeah. I'm hesitantly excited. So there you go. Us old heads have always kind of played the game of, die, repeat, and most games still go that way if they're hard enough that you actually die. So I just think it's always cool when the game kind of makes a nod to it, puts that as part of the narrative, because otherwise it's just always this weird glaring blind spot that it's a huge elephant in the room that nobody talks about. Oh, you die, you just kind of regenerate. Why? I don't know. Because you got knocked out. Like,
I mean, it is a game.
Yeah,
so
I mean that's just kind of, we've all just kind of got used to it. So for me, at least, it's always kind of cool when people point out the fact that, like, oh yeah, you just got killed, so here's a new body, or they flash you back in time and you have to play the same thing. It's just
kind of like the way BioShock Infinite sort of brings attention to it, where essentially anytime you die, it really is just another version of Booker DeWitt kind of doing the whole level again, as opposed to you coming back.
Yeah, exactly.
But enough about games that kill franchises. What's it called? Yo, man, that game, that one and Oddworlds, I'm like, bro, you gotta stop showing this fucking game, man. Just release it. They come out every fucking time now, man. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, like it's weird. It's weird because the big state of play when when they revealed the PlayStation 5, what was in those same things? Those same 3 games.
Yeah.
It was Deathloop. It was the Kena game, and it was the other one. It was Oddworlds. Those three games. I mean, I would love to see a little more gameplay from the Kena game. It'd be nice, but it seems like it's more of the same stuff. It's like we're going to show you some pretty cinematics. Okay, so where's the actual gameplay? What are we going to be doing in this?
Yeah.
By the way, go ahead.
Like its whole purpose, and I guess it's working. It's that it looks pretty, Yeah, it's aesthetically pleasing to show. I think that's the whole grab right now.
By the way, Brett, I'm glad you said the whole thing about death, right? Because I just realized that this article, because I'm looking at all these things from CNET, they missed Returnal. Returnal was a big showcase game.
It was. I'm surprised that nobody said anything about it.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to bring it up. This
article doesn't have Returnal, so they show more Returnal. We got to see more gameplay, and that game is all about, like, hey, you die, you got to come back, because it's a roguelike, which immediately counts me out. I'm like, I'm good.
What do you hate about roguelikes?
I don't like the whole like dying and you lose all your shit, you got to redo it again aspect.
No. Yeah, I suppose that's fair.
Yeah,
that's the thing. Like,
it's like, listen, I want to keep the shit I got. I don't want to lose it all. That's frustrating.
That's what I was thinking about watching it. It was like you see her getting upgrades for her suit or her weapon, and I was like, well, so when you die, do you lose all that shit?
Yeah.
I can't do that. I played Dead Cells. I can't do that shit again.
And the whole procedurally generated environments. You know what I'm saying? Like every time you die, you come back, everything's brand new. I'm like, nah, I'm not dealing with that. Not dealing with that.
I mean, the one thing I have to say though, I did like the fact that you actually got to see Returnal playing.
Yes, I do like that. Yeah.
As opposed to just the usual, like, hey, she's walking through the things, some mysterious story plot thing, come back to, like you actually get to see her. Zooming around and shooting and stuff. So at least that's cool.
Yeah. There was one part where some monster that was off screen. This is all gameplay, not pre-scripted. Monster was off screen, just slams into him. Like, oh, it's going to be one of those type of games where you're going to keep getting batted around and shit all the time. By shit you can't even see. Graphic, it looks good, but it's roguelike. I'm good. I've tried those, and I've tried those. I'm like, nah, I can't do this.
It's an interesting dynamic though. It's like the whole gameplay loop is the fact that you keep dying.
Yeah, like come on, man, that's frustrating.
But I mean,
games in general, like you just die a lot.
Yeah, but the thing is, you see different things, or not different things. You progress through a story, kind of. You know what I'm saying? Or at least you feel when you die, you should keep your fucking armor and all that other shit. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it brings a new sort of
you keep your upgrades.
It brings a sort of consequence to you actually dying. I mean, granted, you do play Souls games, and those are all about dying and coming back.
Yeah, and I only play one type of Souls games, the one Miyazaki played. I don't do. You know what I'm saying? That's not a genre I play a lot of games in. There's only one.
That's what I was disappointed. Yeah. I was hoping we'd see a little more Elden Ring.
Yeah. By the way, Souls games, even when you die, you still make progress. The game does a very good job of keeping you, progressing.
But there is still consequences to it. The fact that
the consequences part doesn't bother me. It's the fact that I don't want to lose my shit.
Yeah, you don't really lose. You don't lose your shit. You just lose the money that you have.
But you can pick them back up. That's the key. All right, so Returnal, whatever. And then
also,
go ahead.
Can you jump in?
Sure.
And they said that the name of the company is Housemarque, not Housemarque.
Yeah, Housemarque. So. That's right. So we ended that discussion, and it wasn't even like a presenter. That was one of the guys from Housemarque saying that. So that's that.
Thank you for that, I guess.
All right, for this next segment, I'm just gonna.
Yeah, now we know.
I'm gonna just put the camera on Brett as he's on the phone. Look at this guy, man, taking business calls during the podcast and shit.
Hey, man, he's moving and shaking. He's got his business hat on, son.
Make your bread, buddy. Make your bread. All right, and then the only thing I really cared about for this whole presentation, because I had been asking for a while, I'm like, yo, can we get? Because I've been wanting to replay Final Fantasy VII Remake because I love the game, but I'm like, it hasn't even been upgraded. I'll wait for that shit. So then that's it. Not only are we getting a upgrade for the PS5, but it's coming with a new episode with Yuffie, which is pretty cool, you know. So if you have the game on PS4, you could upgrade for free to PS5, but you still need to pay for the DLC. So keep that in mind. And as usual, it's going to have, quality mode, performance mode, and photo mode, which is always a lot. I'm surprised the other game didn't have. Like, this game deserves photo mode. You know?
No, yeah, like you didn't have a photo mode. You just had to put the camera at a certain place.
Yeah, at the right spot. You know what I'm saying? So that's.
But you know what? Yeah. You know what it does though? It actually gives them the because in-game models are actually different than the cinematic models.
Yeah.
So it gives them a chance to, like, you can take a really cool ass photo of Cloud or all that stuff with all the the bells and whistles stuff turned on with the high-res model like they do in Miles Morales.
Yeah. So it's pretty dope. So I'm excited about that. The pricing is a little weird because like they have like 4 versions of this game or something like that. You know.
Does it come with like an action figure and all kinds of other junk?
Yeah.
Oh no, it's just a weird pricing that they have on the PSN. It is really dumb, the names, but then in the end, it's Square. I'm kind of used to it.
Oh yeah. The fucking what's the name of this one, Brian?
Oh no, I mean like of the different versions. Because,
yeah.
Because the thing is, they still have the standard Final Fantasy VII Remake, which is just what is there now on PS4. So there's that, and the deluxe edition of that, and then there's the Final Fantasy VII Remake. What the hell's the name again? Integral something or
Integrate?
Whatever. Integrate.
Yeah.
So there's the standard version of that and the deluxe edition of that. So technically, there's 4 different versions you can buy, which is ridiculous. I just thought that they just said, "Hey, you know what? You're on PS5. You get this integrate version. End of story." And that's it.
Oh, Brian, I want to apologize to you.
What's up?
I gave you the real word, integrate. Hey, there you are, Brian. It's intergrade. I don't know what the fuck that means.
Well,
my brain changes to the real word.
It's like Kingdom Hearts Remind.
Yeah.
Or it's not spelled like remind. It's like re and then mind.
Yeah. So instead of integrate, it's intergrade. Kind of like oh my god, I forget the name of it. Transferring, not transferring. Transferring. Japanese.
Transferring and revengeance.
Yeah, revengeance. Shit is crazy. So when is this fucking thing coming out? I think June. So I'm with it. June or July. I don't know.
All right. So you can play it. So does that mean that they're gonna give you a whole batch of new trophies? Like the PS5 version is not gonna be like in other words, it's going to have a whole new batch of trophies as opposed to being the same game just with like a.
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Or is it just going to be the PS4?
Hopefully, all the trophies will pop.
Well, it's funny because like before, when they used to do like multiple versions of a game, like when you got Final Fantasy X, it was like Final Fantasy X for the PlayStation Vita. It was Final Fantasy X for the 3, and it was Final Fantasy X for the 4. Yeah. So you could continue your game between all 3. You could play all, you continue your game between all 3 versions.
Yeah. Dragon's Crown 2 did that shit.
Yep, Dragon's Crown 2. It's all connected.
Yeah. But yeah, you will be able to transfer your saves and all that other good jazz between versions.
But can you transfer your saves?
Yes, you can transfer. So yeah, that's everything they showed at the PlayStation State of Play. So let's give our overall thoughts. Man, you already know what I think. They could have just fucking tweeted this shit out or a press release.
There's a reason. Let's just say, guys, there is a reason why we've stopped doing live watch throughs with
live reactions. We don't. There's a reason we stopped those.
Because of stuff like this. Literally, it's like, okay, whatever.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. I mean, even their headliner was the whole Final Fantasy VII news, and it was my game of the year last year, and I wasn't even that excited about it.
Damn. That's how you know this shit is. Yeah, there you go. It's like, bruh. All right. Anybody else? Chris, what do you think?
I was underwhelmed with most of it. I mean, the Final Fantasy stuff. Seeing Returnal is good, but then I was like, I had the same vibes you did. I'm like, oh, I don't know about this starting over from scratch shit, roguelike. I don't know. I can't do that. And then I was pissed because I was like, Knockout City, really? This is what you fill this with? And the Final Fantasy stuff was like, okay, that looks cool, but that was at the very end.
Yeah.
And everything else was just like, meh. Oddworld, I've seen that already. I know what that's about, so I'm like, whatever, man.
But again, we've seen like most of the stuff on here. We've seen again. I would say again, give it to Returnal because they actually did show more of it. They didn't just show you a bunch of pretty gameplay, pretty cinematics like they would usually do. So that was cool. But again, it's like I don't none of that stuff do I see as a person who does not own a PlayStation 5 is worth me picking up the console at this point in time. If I can fucking find the damn thing.
Yeah, I mean, by the way, my cousin finally became a grown man, got a console, PS5.
a grown man with no fucking games to play. Yeah. You just bought a whole new console to play the old shit that you could play on the old fucking.
No, sweet load times though.
Yeah. By the way, that's a phrase he came up with. He's like, "I'm grown now, son. I'm grown."
Grown. Voice dropped even more.
What's up?
His voice dropped even more than
it's even lower. You can't. You know what? Now he's so grown, you don't actually hear his voice. You feel it. You know that's how real it got.
It's just rumble.
It's just rumble. You know, like he talks and there's a tsunami in Japan. Shit got real.
Man, that'd be great if the bass in your voice could activate the fucking controller. You know how like you got that fucking haptic feedback shit.
Yeah.
Xbox. Carlos, remember the first Xbox had it where you can distort your voice. So if you were a kid, you didn't want people to know you. One of the deep voice. It's me.
I know the word.
I am the word.
So basically, are you saying, if this voice goes any lower, it's just going to turn into the sound from Inception?
Yeah. But again, you won't hear it. You'll feel it. You'll feel that brr in your bones.
It's like the Metatron.
The Metatron.
It's
remember that fucking game? Remember that fucking game? It was like a PS3 game. It's something of the Metatron. That was a weird fucking game.
It's like, what I'm thinking? It's like, when you have somebody rolling up in your neighborhood, right? And they got their bass up, but they got the windows closed. You don't hear the fucking music. You just feel the vibration of it, and then you hear the vibration of the windows.
Yeah, I just want people to know that this state of play was so riveting. We decided to just talk about my cousin's bassy voice instead.
That's the sign right there, man.
I saw the sign.
It's funny because I was gonna, because Tony was like, hey, like he put out a tweet saying, hey guys, what do you think is gonna be on State of Play or some shit. I just chimed in and I'm like, yo, they're just gonna talk about that PlayStation VR. They didn't even do that.
No, we will though. We'll talk about it. But anyway, let's move on because I don't have anything more to say about that. I don't think we do either. State of Play, it is what it is. All right, next up.
There we go. That's the tagline. State of Play. It is what it is.
Yeah. All right. Now let's move on to some of the news that happened on Tuesday. This first one set the internet on fire. Twitter lost its fucking mind, man. When doesn't it, though?
Okay.
All right. So Days Gone, PlayStation exclusive. It's not a PlayStation exclusive anymore. Coming to PC. Okay. And everybody went fucking crazy. Right? And I believe our boy Jim Ryan was saying, it's like, hey, listen, we want to build up our audience here, so you're gonna see some of these games come every so often. Here's my thing: it's like, if these games aren't selling anymore, put them on PC. Go right ahead, But
I mean, come on, putting that shit on PC is the perfect shot in the arm for a game that's run its course. Come on, how many people that already own the PlayStation are going to be buying these games again? Probably, I'm sure people have already played everybody who's going to play these games have already played it, and if anything, they're going to be waiting until they come out on PS Plus. So, how do you get some more revenue rolling on an old ass game? Put that shit on PC, right?
There you go. And as we've talked about many, many times, PC guys are not like, that game's old. I'm not going to play it. They'll fucking play it.
Oh, They'll be like, yeah, all right, I'll play this Horizon Zero Dawn, even though it runs like shit.
I think they fixed it now, but yeah.
Oh, they finally fixed it.
And Sony pretty much said it's like, yeah, this will not be the last. Like they're gonna keep coming. And I got something to say about that, but go ahead, Manny.
They said this before, though.
Yeah.
They said that when Horizon Zero Dawn came out, they said there will be more titles on there. But at the same time, again, people, the Sony fans are getting all in an uproar because of an old ass game getting thrown onto a PC. They never said they were going to be the new games.
Yeah, and that's a perfect segue to what I want to say, because a lot of people are, saying on both sides, right? PlayStation fanboys and Xbox are saying, "Oh, that's it. You're going to see PS5 games day one on PC." No, you won't. You're not going to see PS5 games on PC for a while. And I want you tech guys specifically to check me on this, because if I'm wrong, because I'm thinking the SSD is going to present some hurdles. Like until more PC gamers have SSDs, like isn't that going to cause a problem getting those PS5 games? PS4 games, no problem, fine. PS5 games, that's why I don't think you're going to see them for a good while. So what you guys think?
I don't know about that. I mean, I think they'll probably work. They'll just probably work the way they normally do.
Yeah. Also, I should also add the other reason you won't see
the
other reason you won't see PS5 games on for a while is because there are no PS5 games right now.
I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this. Sony is not going to shoot themselves in the foot by literally releasing something that they want you on their ecosystem. Yeah. That's what they want. They're not going to release the competition on their other console on something else. Now, people are going to be like, "Oh, but what about Xbox? They put it on the PC and on the Xbox." That's because they're not. They see it all as one thing. It's all one ecosystem that you're in. As long as you're buying something that's Xbox, you're in the ecosystem. Whether you own a PC or you own an actual Xbox console.
You're using Windows. You're right
because
you're literally using Windows.
No, and I'm glad you say that, because if you buy Days Gone on PC, Horizon on PC, Death Stranding on PC, you're not in the PlayStation ecosystem. You're not getting trophies. None of that stuff. So it's a very different thing. And and I'm glad you say that, because a lot of people are saying like, "Oh, Xbox did it." I mean, Sony says it. No, very different things. You got to understand. Microsoft primarily first is a software company, right? They want to sell you the software. Sony is a hardware company. They want to sell you hardware. That means they're selling the console, very integral to them. Obviously, they make their money off of Sony software and all that, but they want to sell you consoles. So it's a very different mindset going on there. So yeah, that's why I'm like, no, that Microsoft and Sony are doing two different things when it comes to that. Like, again, you're in the Microsoft ecosystem no matter what. PlayStation is a little bit different, and Sony wants you on that ecosystem. Chris, what are you gonna say?
No, you're right. It's like Xbox is really a service now. The Series X and the Series S is just, they're offering you the way to experience the service, right? It's not about the box anymore. It's just like the Microsoft Surface, right?
Yeah.
Microsoft can make you this tool. It's not the exclusive way to interact with a tablet and Windows, right? You're just in the ecosystem. All the Surfaces is their way to present it to you, but you can get xCloud and run on a PC. You can run on a tablet. So that's different. Like Tony said, Sony and especially Nintendo, they're making hardware. So they want you in their ecosystem, right? Nintendo will never be doing this, right?
No,
so
no way.
Forget about it. But the reason Sony can get away with this is they want to ingratiate people into the ecosystem, so you can look at these games as kind of like sacrifices, where they're like, okay, these are low sellers, but there's enough engagement where if we port this, people may go, oh, this was a Sony game. I want to experience more of these. Okay, maybe I'll get a PlayStation,
Yeah.
So that's what they're hoping for. So if they release like Bloodborne's run its course. It's a great game. It's like 6 years old. They could easily put that on PC. I would get that again just to see the mods people come up with. It'd be crazy.
Have the hunter running around naked and shit. Yeah, no, and I'm glad you bring that up too, because I think there, not going to be a lot of them, obviously, right? But there will be some guys that get the game on PC, right? Whatever. Days Gone 2 gets announced, and this motherfucker loved Days Gone. He's like, this is one of the best games I've ever played. Fuck, I don't want to wait another 3 years. I want to buy this shit now. Very small percentage, obviously, but that's still console sales, so that could happen too. So yeah, again, nobody on this panel has a problem with any of this shit. Bring them to PC.
No. I mean, again, I have no issue with the idea of essentially just doing that sort of stuff. If they feel like they can get an extra shot on an arm in the arm from a title that's that's already run its course, then so be it. Yeah. But again, they are not going to shoot themselves in the foot and throw the next God of War, throw the next God of War on PC day and date. They're not going to do that shit.
They're not doing that shit. They
want you to be they want you to be playing that shit on PlayStation. So yeah.
Yeah, what about the rest of you guys?
This was already on PC through the PS Now.
Yeah, but
this is just separate.
But this is like dedicated, downloaded on your.
This is an actual download.
PC. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just separate, but it was already there. If people really wanted to play it on PC, they could have did that.
Yeah, Brett, what's up?
Do I look like I have the serious? I'm going to say some shit.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Good call. I just want to point out the weirdness. Like, we are talking about a game that received somewhere in the mediocre range.
The kids call it mid these days. It was a mid game.
It was a mid game that wasn't super well received. Generally, the opinion was that it took too long to get here, and zombies were over. I don't think anybody actually crapped their pants excited over the game. Nobody on the panel did. My boss did. But like overall, like maybe 1 out of 8 gamers, sample wise, really cared about this. So we're talking about a mid-generation game that people really didn't care about, but all of a sudden it's a big fucking deal because it's coming to PC. It's not, and it's not a big deal that it's coming to PC. That's the ridiculousness of the situation. Yeah, the PC people are like, yay! They let out a week hooray. The only reason this is fucking news is there are people pissed that it's going to PC, which is just a ludicrous fucking situation to begin with. It shouldn't be news. Nobody should fucking care. Who gives a shit if somebody gets to play the same game that you do? Good. Why do you have to be such a fucking gatekeeper about it? I rarely even use that term because most of the time I don't give a shit. If you don't know enough about X-Men to participate in the discussion, then you don't participate in the fucking discussion. Those are rules. But in this instance, let the people play, man.
But you missed it last week. Yeah. Were you here last week? Was he here last week when you were talking about, who was it? It was you, Tony, talking about that Sony, the PlayStation guy, or I mean the Xbox guy that said he was loyal.
Fuck Jim Ryan.
No, he was talking. The loyal. That was during the show. That was actually during when we were playing the game. We were playing the other day, Adam, on PlayStation.
You brought it up on this also.
Did I bring it up? But yeah. So you want to tell the story or should I?
It's those people that are pissed though because they're being loyal on their end and they expect these companies to do the same.
They're not cheating on you. They're a company.
They see it that way.
Oh my god! This is from company guy. Everybody always tells me like companies are not people. Blah 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 blah. And I understand this, and I'm the first one to be like, fuck that. Why are you loyal to a brand that you pay money to? Like, and I've been accused of this, but like, here's the thing: I'm not loyal to a company. I don't understand loyalty. I understand being excited. I understand hope. I can understand, getting in a fucking frenzy because sometimes that's fun, man. Sometimes that's half of the deal. As I've said before, like half the fun of Christmas is the 2 weeks before Christmas. So I get living in the hype. It's the dark side of the internet hype that I don't fucking understand, man.
Here's the thing, by the way, just real quick for you guys who may have missed that episode, or I think, again, I don't remember if we talked about an episode or we just talked about it on the show. But anyway, so Paris Lily, our friend from Gamertag Radio. By the way, shout out to Gamertag Radio, 16 years. They've been doing their thing. POC people, by the way. Some others are saying some others are the first ones. No. Gamertag Radio's been that shit forever. But so Paris tweeted out a picture of Miles Morales. He's like, this game's fucking awesome. I love this game, right? And then somebody replied, oh, man, that looks cool. I wish it was on Xbox. And then somebody replied, get a PlayStation. It's like, I can't. I'm too loyal. too loyal. I kept out of it, but I wanted to go. And Brett, I want your take on this. I wanted to go in there and be like, hey, my man, is that console loyal to you? Because you know it ain't. You know.
I mean, here's the thing. It can be, but like you're looking at it
console's loyal to you, bro.
Let me explain.
Okay.
You could look at it from an exclusionary point of view, but that's not the way. Like I'm on Team Xbox, so I can't blah blah. You can be loyal to a brand. If a brand delivers a quality product at a good price that serves you well, it's understandable to be like, hey, I'm loyal to this brand. Like some people are Apple loyalists. They like the lack of choice that Apple gives you in exchange for safety and sleekness and overpriced products, but they like that. And so that they're kind of loyal to that brand. It's not loyal to them as a persona. It's loyal to them as in, I've been treated right by this company, so I have no reason to not go with them again. And that's a thing that we all do. Like if we find the brand of peanut butter that we like, we keep going with that peanut butter because we like it. We're loyal to that brand. Somebody's like, hey, you want some Peter Pan peanut butter? I'm like, oh, man, I'm a Jif guy.
You know what it is? Hold on, because I got to follow up with Brett. I think that's more preference than loyalty. Like I prefer Sony, but I'm not loyal to them. If they do some dumb shit, fuck them. I'm going somewhere else.
Well, but that's if they do some dumb shit. A lot of times when you talk about this kind of thing, you're talking about a market that's not nearly as volatile as the video game market. Like if you're buying a sofa, right? Like I bought several different sofas, and I think this one's like blue steel. Like one of the best sofas I ever bought, man. I'm gonna keep buying that sofa because it's not falling apart after 2 years.
Yeah.
It's good. It's solid construction. It's fucking comfortable.
But they won my loyalty. You would buy a different company sofa, right? Like you're not against.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why I say loyalty doesn't have to be exclusionary. Loyalty doesn't have to mean I don't buy something. Loyalty kind of means I do buy something. If something's good and I've been treated well, I'll buy it. If another company is good and I'm treated well, I'll buy that one too. Loyalty to a brand means more benefit of the doubt often, but people have kind of twisted it to mean I can't
one or the other.
Can't go to the other side.
Yeah, I got you. I see what you're saying. Yeah, because to me, I'm seeing it the way they are. It's like a black and white term. I'm like, that's stupid. Why would you purposely cut yourself off from a gaming experience because you're loyal to a piece of plastic? It boggles the mind. You know what I'm saying?
It's more blind loyalty. It's more that they don't see and they don't want to see anything besides the other thing. So then what do? They want to complain about how they're not able to get this game on there, and then start to demonize people because demonize certain things because they can't get it. It's like, well, why don't you? If you consider yourself a gamer, why not invest?
Yeah, you're right.
So you can still have your preference. You can be like, yo, man, Xbox.
Yeah,
is
nothing wrong
shit.
with a preference.
That's the one that got all the stuff but you don't need to be like, yeah, I'm just not gonna, I'm not gonna buy this because I've already made my choice.
I'm loyal. Stupid. Adam, what were you gonna say, bro?
Just gonna say, I don't know. I think people just need to. It crosses out of this whole gaming world. It's linked. We see it with sports. We see it with clothes. We see it like, oh, I don't wear Reebok. I'm Nike. Everyone picks one. It's like this idea of having multiple doesn't seem to make sense to some people. I don't get that. I've never understood that. It's like if you want something, then you go get it. If you want to have 3-4 women in polygamy, do it. Whatever. Folks I don't.
Adam's about to be a Mormon.
Yeah, I mean, but you only live once, at least as far as we know. There's no coming back, right? So just enjoy it all. I don't understand how this guy, that Xbox guy, is over there clamoring to me. I wish I had that game. I wish I had that game. When you can just go get the fucking game.
Word.
It's dumb.
Yeah, you know what I find funny? I'm gonna just say this one. Quick thing about that tweet, and then circle it back to the main topic here. So I tweeted out, I'm like, yo, if you're loyal to a piece of plastic, you're fucking dumbass, right? You know who came at me the hardest was an Xbox guys. It was PlayStation guys.
Dude, of course.
No, but think about it. That. The tweet was inspired by an Xbox guy, but the PlayStation guys were the ones that got salty.
Dude, like it comes from both sides, which is why I find it hilarious. Like, as one of those people kind of in the middle, the reason it seems like I'm pissy at PlayStation lately is because
pissy at PlayStation.
they've done some weird stuff, but like, man, some of you PlayStation fanboys come in fucking hot.
Yo, and thank you. This is what I was trying to get back to, right? These guys are so loyal to PlayStation that when PlayStation puts games out on PC, they legit feel betrayed. They do. They think it's a betrayal. Like, how dare you? I've sunk money and time into this ecosystem, and now you're just giving it to another? What the fuck did I do with my life? You know, like they're asking themselves shit like that.
It's like my one question. My one question is why can't, you know, like if you say that, I'd be like, why can't Manny play that game?
Because he's not part of it. He was not loyal from day one. That's why I've been in it forever. You know, shit like that.
So what do you get from Manny not playing the game?
I wish I knew that answer, but I can't play up that much. Devil's advocate.
No, that's my big thing. Like, what do you fucking get from excluding somebody else from a happy? Like, I take offense to this on like a weird personal level. Like, look, you're excluding somebody from joy. You're excluding somebody from having fun, which is, you know, walling them off from happiness. So you're beating the fucking band to what? Take away somebody's ability to have fun? Like, what are you, fucking the fucking priest from Footloose? The fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, and then
you're sitting here actively preaching that somebody shouldn't play a game that you like. What kind of backwards, retarded logic is that?
Which we also may not. The caveat on that is that they may have not even bought Days Gone.
Right? No, they don't like they don't like the idea.
They just don't like the fact. A lot of times it'll just be like they don't like the fact that something that was an exclusive is now on the, you know, something else.
But look, if you feel that way, take a step back and fucking realize that you are actively angry because somebody else is having fun and you've turned into the fucking Grinch. Look in the mirror and change your goddamn opinions.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Don't ever be on the side that you're just trying to take joy out of the world for your own fucking amusement. That's some fucking villain shit, right? Like, we were all raised, a lot of us were raised with 80s cartoons, and I'm pretty sure it kept on after that. Like, don't be that fucking guy. You don't even have a reason. You don't even have a motive. You gain nothing. That's the part that gets me the fucking most. You gain nothing other than the satisfaction of knowing that guy can't have fun.
Yeah,
you're a fucking Disney villain. At least when other people fuck other people, it's for money or power to steal somebody's girlfriend or something like that. You're just sitting there being like, I don't like other people having fun with things that I enjoy, so fuck them. Really? You are the worst kind of human.
By the way, I want to.
You like the villain? What was it? The villain from I think it's either Rainbow Bright or Care Bears, who just wanted to turn the world gray and make everybody miserable. Yeah, like, that was their whole plan.
What the fuck?
Yeah, my thing is that, like, okay, not only do you not gain anything, you don't lose anything. Here's the secret to these guys, man. I'm going to let you guys in on a big secret if you're really upset. Those PlayStation games that you bought, you still get to keep them. Even if they're on PC, you get to keep them. And guess what? Furthermore, you still get to play on PlayStation.
Yo, Tony, can I keep it real for a minute?
Go ahead, man.
All these games nobody fucking cares about anymore. The PlayStation crowd is done with them.
Yeah, no, you're right about that. So it's like, okay, this is an old game. Sony is not going to come to your house and take your copy away. They're not going to do that. They're not going to digitally erase it from your, for your library to give it to another guy. You get to keep your game, and if you like the game, and it sells more on PC, they'll make more of it. Wow. Go ahead, Brian.
Yo, Tony, Jim Ryan will personally come to everyone's house and take their game.
Yes. These guys are acting like that. But you see all this shit on Twitter. These guys are saying, that's it. I'm done with PlayStation. They're not loyal to me. Motherfucker, what are you... Not loyal to me. Oh, my God.
The logic in any other situation.
There is no logic. Like, it's just madness.
No, like, I mean, if you apply the same thing, like let's say, like, Tony came to me after I was done reading Wheel of Time, amazing fucking series. And he's like, hey, man, can I borrow that? And I'm like, nah, bro, you have an e-reader.
Right.
That's pretty much it right there. You got an e-reader. You can't do that.
You can't do that. No, you're right about that. Orb, like, Wheel of Time is on e-readers? Fuck that shit. I'm mad. I'm never going to buy any books from Tor Books ever again. Fuck those people.
I'm taking them off my bookshelf.
Yeah, that's it, you know.
Burn my own book because
which is these ones. right here.
Wheel of Time, there. Baby. That's Wheel of Time.
Wheel of Time, baby.
Don't you need to, like, reread them and catch up?
Oh God, I haven't read the last three, and I need to read all the
ones. You haven't read the Brandon Sanderson ones?
It's going to be amazing, but it's going to take so much time.
Oh man, By the way, Brandon Sanderson is probably my favorite writer, so it's cool that he finishes that fucking story, and everybody seems to love it. You know,
Dude,
Keeps spinning.
nailed it.
that's awesome.
And this has been Bookcast.
Yeah, Bookcast. There you go, man. Anything else we want to say about PC getting Days Gone?
Sure, why not? I
don't care. Go ahead.
Get that game, and then what you do is you put Norman Reedus in it, because you can take the model from Death Stranding and put in there, and you can play your Walking Dead game. There you go.
Brian, I want your thoughts, man.
I actually have a few thoughts. The first one that came to mind is I don't think that this is Sony pushing for this as a movement. I think rather than Sony saying, hey, let's put our games on other places, I think what happened is that Epic came through and said, hey, we have all this money. Sony, you like money? Come here. Let's talk.
See, and I'm glad Brian brought that up. No one's talking about that part. Where do you think these games are going to end up? Let's just be real here. They're going to end up on the Epic Game Store. You know,
I think it's going to be Epic Game Store for 3 months, 1 year, depending on how much they pay for it, and then eventually coming to everything else. Because even stuff like Zero Dawn, it came to GOG like a couple of months ago. I was so shocked because I'm like, wait, what? It's on GOG? Like that's odd. Like months after everything else. So my guess is that Epic is pushing for this incentive. Not sure why, but hey, they got to spend the money, I guess.
Yeah, I could agree with that.
They do got that Chinese money, man. So
yeah. What else?
I just want somebody on PC to create a mod that you don't run out of gas on your motorcycle. If they do that, then I'll go back and play that game, because that was the most annoying fucking part. That I'll take one route, go the wrong way, just want to explore, and be like, fuck, now I need gas. Now I can't go to where I need to go. Now I gotta go and scavenge to try to find fucking gas just to get back on my bike, because it would make me go from point A to point C across the fucking map for some bullshit, and then I have to go all the way back. It was a lot of that shit, a lot of riding.
By the way, when you upgrade your bike, you don't have to get as much gas. But Brian, you said you had some other thoughts?
Yeah, that was the first one. The other one goes back to what I said when we talked about the DualShock not being supported for PS5 games. I said, yeah, this seems like bullshit. Now, the question is, when Sony do put out PS5 games on the PC,
they will
they require DualSense as a controller, or will you use any controller? Because if it's required DualSense, then what they say is true. If it's any controller, then what they said is bullshit. Because then, if you can play the same game on PC with any controller, then why can't you do the same thing on PlayStation?
Yeah, good. That's a good point.
Exactly. It sounds really funny.
Yeah. So I guess we'll find out with how necessary the DualShock is. You know.
I'm also going to say this: there is still, despite fucking Horizon Zero Dawn and now Days Gone coming to PC, there is still not a good driver for the fucking PlayStation 4 controller. How do we get that shit going? Come on, guys.
Yeah.
Brian, you got to do some fucking stupid ass workaround. I'm like, you're putting these goddamn games on there. Why don't you? Let's say you really like that PlayStation controller. Get that shit working.
Yeah. No, that's why I use an Xbox controller on PC. I know I'm not going to have any issues whatsoever. You know.
Yeah, because you got to do the dumbass workaround where you got to download some third-party, thing that somebody else put together in order to get it to work. Come on, Sony! If you're going to be dropping your games on the PC, why don't you give people that? Give a nice driver for it.
Yeah. Any other?
It works on Steam. Steam has full support for it. I don't know about Epic.
For DualSense, right?
Steam. For the DualShock, yeah, I've used my 4 on there with no issues.
Steam, but it's through the Steam app. It's not natively on the thing. So if you have GOG, you can't run that shit on there. It's running.
Yeah, getting games from on controller natively on GOG is a hassle and a half.
Yeah, Brian, other thoughts, man?
It's cool. Like, I've always been the one that pushes the idea of, hey, just put every game on everything and call it a day. That way you make the most amount of money guaranteed. Because if everything is everywhere, you literally have your fingers in all the pots. So I can't really be mad at this. So yeah, great, I guess. Let's see what else is coming.
I'm gonna be on Twitter all day when the Uncharted games come to PC. I'm gonna have my popcorn ready, man. I mean, think about it. Tuesday alone, it was free entertainment with these guys losing their minds. So when the Uncharted games come,
I don't know if it's going to be Uncharted right away.
No, not right away. I said eventually when these games, because I'm not going to put a time date on these, but when these games eventually come, I'm ready for the laughs. That's all I'm saying. I'm ready for the laughs.
I think it's going to be like Days Gone level type titles.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, Horizon Zero Dawn is one of the bigger ones.
It's one of the big. I'm telling you, Uncharted's coming. I don't know when, but it's coming.
I think you might see Gravity Rush. I think that'll be before any of the big titles. Like, I think they're going to go through the library of games that are like, games.
Except for
but then again, that game also does have motion controls. Who knows about that? How that's going to work on?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Now watch, all of these games will be exclusives, and people will love them, but people will still fucking bring up this game when Elder Scrolls is an Xbox exclusive.
Yeah.
Like, well, I mean, Days Gone came to fucking PC. Dude, I'll be honest, I love sitting on the sidelines and watching the fanboy war. I got my popcorn. It's great, man. It's just fucking great.
It's free entertainment, man.
Dude, y'all get way too fucking hyped up.
Yeah. No, you're right about that, because I'm over here, I'm like, okay, I got to resist them. I don't care. And so it's just funny to me, you know?
Yeah, it's like pulling up at a stoplight and seeing somebody fist fighting on the corner over Coke versus Pepsi. You're like, all right, sure. Fuck it, why not?
Yeah. Wasn't there some Bethesda news this week, or am I tripping? I might be tripping.
Something.
Other than Deathloop?
There was something that made people go, wait a minute. Ooh.
There was a class action lawsuit that got brought up. Okay, this is actually an interesting story. So here's the basic gist of it. So when they produced Fallout 4, they sold a season pass. They said very clearly in it that you're going to, this will give you all the, everything Bethesda, everything with Fallout 4. It's, all inclusive. So we all generally in the industry, at least I've come to find out, know that means you're getting 3 DLCs and then fuck off. They want more money. Mm-hmm. So they proceeded to give all the DLCs for Fallout, and then they started a service called Creator Club. Now, Creator Club basically is like a mod service. It lets you drop in assets from Bethesda and creators from around the world, as well as creating your own thing. It's supposed to be its own separate kind of deal. And enough Fallout players got upset that it was considered its own service and not included with the Fallout 4 Game Pass. They decided to I'm not really sure, a class action lawsuit against Bethesda. So I'm curious. I'm sitting in Tony's chair on this one. Thoughts?
Yeah, no.
Would that carry over if it gets sold? Because I know there's like certain rules that if, let's say, you have some kind of lawsuit toward a company, and then if they go bankrupt or if they sell to another one, that lawsuit doesn't carry over.
No, it carries over unless they go bankrupt.
So, but this has been sold now, so they're saying that Microsoft now has to deal with this?
Yes.
Because it's not one of their policies.
It's not as rare as you think. Like, that kind of thing happens with subsidiaries and parent companies all the time. So yeah, the lawsuit follows the company because the company is technically its own entity. Even though it gets sold to somebody, it's a subsidiary, which is considered its own company. So the lawsuit can't bleed over into Microsoft, but it follows the company. That makes sense?
Yeah. I thought I heard the Mandalorian, or am I tripping?
My watch went off.
I was like, hold on a second.
It was just telling me I made a good point, man.
Yeah, no, I did. All right, man. Good stuff. Let's move on here. Because we still got a bunch of stories to cover. I told you this week was crazy. All right. Gran Turismo. Big shock here, people. Gran Turismo has been delayed to next year. Shock.
Okay, sure.
Shock that Yamauchi actually delayed a game.
What game?
Yo,
Sorry, you cut out.
Yeah, Gran Turismo.
Oh yeah. Ooh, surprise! Has it ever not been delayed?
Always been delayed because Yamauchi's probably in there making sure every tire is just exactly correct. You know, that guy's fucking crazy.
Yeah, the only thing he's not making sure that's correct is the damage on the cars. Every car crashes the wall and they're pristine.
Yeah, that's on purpose, right?
Oh yeah, because it's because they don't for certain car companies to give their license, they often have the request that they don't want to see their cars smashed. So that's why.
Yeah, why do you think Burnout's full of fake cars? You know?
Yeah, Burnout has a whole bunch of fake cars. They blow up, explode, the fenders come off. Same thing with Grand Theft Auto, right? The cars get all destroyed because those aren't real cars.
Yep. Pretty crazy.
That explains. I've actually been curious about that.
Yeah. That's why. There are some games with real cars that do get destroyed, but it's very rare.
What about what's that game? The Xbox one.
Forza, they don't really take a lot of damage, to be honest. They do take damage, but not a lot.
Yeah, they're not like to the point where like you're on a fender or something.
No.
You're not a fender, but
those are real cars, real vehicles. But the real reason I wanted to bring this up, not just because the game got late. Expect more of this. More of this year. There's going to be way more delays, right? And the reason they cite it is the reason everybody cites the Rona, right? Rona, this, that, the other thing, delaying us, right? And I think there was another game that was delayed for the same reason. Again, this week was nuts. But there was another game that was delayed. Actually, another game got fucking completely canceled for now. We'll talk about that in a bit. Here's the thing I want to say, because obviously it is very upsetting, particularly if you bought a new console, there's nothing to play on it. Yeah, it sucks, and it's going to be even worse this year because there's always that lull on games. But by the time next year comes around and the year after that, we're going to be swimming in fucking games. So it's going to be a good problem to have. So just keep that in mind. Yeah, it sucks right now. We don't have new games to play on our new systems. That's why we're all playing fucking PS4 games and Xbox games. But the time will come when we're going to have that renaissance, that flood of games are just going to come. So, just be prepared for that. Just hit the backlog, and you'll be all right. That's what we're doing.
I say this. Why, and again, you do have the ability to play old games really nice and fancy and, 60 frames or whatever. But I feel like at the same time, why invest? Why invest in a new console at this? Well, granted, you can't even invest in a new console at this point in time because you can't even find them at any store. But I say, why chomp at the bit? Why go crazy about not being able to get a new console when at this point in time you're pretty much going to be playing all of your old titles just with maybe in boost mode or whatever mode you want to call it on either Xbox or PlayStation.
Yeah, people like shiny, man. They want the new
people toys. Like shiny, but it's not shiny. It's not any fucking shinier. It's the same shit, just running at a higher resolution at a better frame rate.
Yeah,
it doesn't make the textures more detailed unless they put a patch on top of it. Half those games don't have patches.
I think some people just want to have the console. My cousin, for example, he was actually legit. He's not an anxious guy, but he was having some kind of anxiety because he couldn't get the PS5 because he's been trying to get it for a fucking month. He finally, went to, even though I don't own devices, he finally went to some fucking scalper and just bought a console because he couldn't stand it anymore.
And that's how they get you because the demand is so high, right? Everybody's chomping at the bit and losing their minds trying to get this shit when they really could just be waiting. I don't know. I feel like it's great to have excitement, but what is there to be excited of before other than having a shiny plastic new box and sitting in your house? That's about it.
Man. It's why do people have to wait online to go see a movie when you just go the next day? No, I need to be first.
I need to see this on Friday.
Yeah, it's like, I'll wait till Sunday.
By the way, I'm that guy.
You see, there you go.
I'm that guy. I'm like, yes, and I'm not seeing it Friday. I'm not seeing this movie. You see how it turns out. If I don't see it on opening weekend, I don't see the movie at all.
The hilarious thing about it is that because nowadays it actually pays us to see a lot of these things to get a lot of some content out of the way early because motherfuckers on Twitter, I see that.
Yeah,
motherfuckers on Twitter can't keep their mouth shut.
Yeah.
spoil every single bit of the stuff that's on there. Don't. Yeah, I'm sure it's coming up to what is it? It's almost coming up to 12 o'clock right now. I'm sure motherfuckers are gonna be spoiling WandaVision all over the goddamn place.
Yeah, but check it out. Logic wins. He goes. He's answering your question, Manny. He says he wants to play Yakuza Like a Dragon, Judgment, and Mass Effect Legendary Edition. All those are on PS4, bro.
You can play them already.
All those games are on PS4, and to be honest, like, yeah, I mean, again, you're talking about wanting to play a bunch of old games. Well, maybe not Yakuza. The new Yakuza is
new, yeah.
But that PS5 version comes out sometime in March.
Yeah, that's
so all those games he named obviously are PS5 upgrades, but they're games you can play on PS4.
But I mean, I'm not saying you shouldn't be excited because maybe you never played Mass Effect before.
Hey, listen, he's keeping it real. He says he wants the shiny.
But again, it's how much shinier is that Mass Effect game? It doesn't not going to look that much better.
Now, have you seen the lens flare? It's very shiny. They added more of them. They added more of them.
I mean, granted,
the whole game you just play as a lens flare. You don't even play as Shepard anymore. You play as a lens flare.
Granted, you do see improvements on Mass Effect 1 because that game constantly needs improvement.
I actually heard they tweaked some of the gameplay, which is good because that game, bad.
I heard that. It's a lot of the shooting controls. They probably equalized them between all three games. My guess is. But again, like I don't know. At this time, I'm like, it's to each his own. But at the same time, it's like you could just wait. When they actually have effective showcases of what these consoles can do. When we're starting to actually see Ratchet and Clanks, and when we're seeing, what Halo actually looks like when it's fucking finished. So,
yeah,
it's almost like this launch is a teaser for whatever's going to be coming. It's like it's like you're getting a preview, but not really the legitimate release until everybody's able to go out to the local store or online to get their new console and their fancy new game that looks good on it.
Yeah. All right. Let's move on. Next story. This one is for Brett. Sony announces PlayStation VR 2.
Oh, yeah.
So, Brett, you're Mr. VR around here. So, what
fuck yeah. Let me get to a quieter place. Hold on.
But I'll just tell people what's up with this. One of the things I know about it is some people were upset that it's still going to be wired. It's going to be less wires than the original PSVR. Still going to be one wire, but it's still wired. People were hoping it was going to be like the Oculus Quest, I believe. No wires. But, here's the thing. I said this before. And Brett, I'll let you go after this. PSVR, was very successful. 5 million, right? I know people are going to say, oh, but fucking 114 million PlayStation. That shit sucked. Like, listen, on its own, 5 million. That's still the best-selling VR system out there, It's also the cheapest one. That's probably the real reason. But successful, and the game sell, Sony was going to make another one, So, Brett, what are you looking forward to with this version?
I'm looking forward to saying I told you so to just the internet in general.
Okay.
Because here's the thing, it never really died. Like, we had this discussion last generation where we were talking about how, or at least I was saying, this thing's a prototype. It needs to evolve, and it's going to evolve. And as it does, it's going to hit mainstream a little bit, bit by bit. I'd love for this thing to rocket off, but the concept just isn't going to. It had to work on how these games play for years. I mean, fuck, they didn't even have real controllers for it. Yeah, you can hold a real controller, but they're trying to find a happy medium between fucking waving your arms around and feeling like you're controlling a tiny spaceship of a person. So it's a whole. I hate to use this, but it's a new paradigm. So it's got new rules. Yo,
I got some questions.
Uh-oh.
I got some answers.
Okay, good. So PlayStation VR. It was a poor man's VR compared to the competition. But my question is, why didn't you, instead of the PSVR, why didn't you try to adopt the Oculus or the Vive? Because those do get regular updates, and they're way advanced than the PSVR ever was, even in its inception.
Mostly because of the cost of the PC. I've been running on the same PC for like 8 years, and I've, COVID's cramping down on everybody. So I know I fucking flushed out like buying both systems, but despite that, doesn't mean I'm fucking made of money. So, getting a system has always been, you have to really top out a system to get those things to work. So that's always been a little bit of a hurdle. I'm a bit sentimental about my PC. It's basically years and years and years ago when my wife and I were poor, my dad bought us, he got a bonus and I got a PC, and that was, how I was able to run a Cintiq, and that started all, it's a whole big thing. So, to replace it, it's tough for me. And these days you can't even put in new guts in the same case. Like I have to completely wipe the whole PC. So I've just been kind of hesitant to. So that hesitance, that lack of motivation combined with the high cost factor, it really kind of deterred me. I think it does a lot of people. I already had a PlayStation. I didn't have a PC that could run VR well.
Because all I'll say is, you hype up VR, but I think you're riding the wrong horse, man. Because PlayStation is not someone that I would trust when it comes to these types of peripherals.
Let's get this clear. I am riding no horse. I am just glad
riding a pony
more into the mainstream. Like I want VR to be a thing. I firmly believe it's going to be a thing. My fear is that it's not going to be a thing until like kids are growing up, or I hate to say like the next generation. Like we're going to be stuck on fucking controllers. And the weird thing is, I remember that. I don't know if y'all remember, but like after Atari and Nintendo and shit like that was a group. And then came the next generation of games, the Super Nintendo and the Sega, which included 1 to 2 more buttons usually. But I know so many, my dad included, he stopped playing after Nintendo. He's like, there's too many fucking buttons. This shit's too complicated for me now. So I know a lot of people actually, through, gaming history, have fallen off the wagon when the medium takes a radical change. And I'm afraid that's what not PSVR, but that's just what VR is going to do. This old heads are be like, and kind of tap out. It's not for me. That's a whole big thing that I don't want to fucking deal with. And then it's eventually going to become the norm and surpass it. Now I'm talking 50, 60 years, so we're not going to be a podcast and nobody's going to be around to say I told you so. But that's kind of my fear. What I'd like to see happen is that people take a genuine interest. But before that has to happen, they have to get quality hardware and a good experience. The hardware is a big issue. It's a huge limitation. But an equally large issue is, how do you program for VR? How do you stop people from getting motion sick because they can't feel what they're seeing in their inner eardrums? So what small trick do you have? Do you have a certain frame rate? Do you have a little dot that creates a center point? Do you make it feel like they're in a ship instead of a person? They've been experimenting with all of this stuff, and I honestly don't know if they have a really good answer yet. Because the whole you get used to it, and that ends like, yeah, that may be true, and that may be the answer again for the next generation of gamers. New gamers down, 30 years from now might just be like, yeah, I mean, when you first start gaming, you get a little motion sick, and then you kind of settle into it. It could be a thing. So we're never going to get full immersion or like haptic holograms or anything like that. So the best we're going to get is like Adam's, haptic feedback suit and everything like that. So everything is coming.
Shoot him in the nipples.
I think it's coming, man.
One there.
I don't think changing clothes to participate in activity you enjoy is anything unheard of. So I don't think in the future going home to put on your haptic suit to play video games is as ridiculous as some people make it out to be.
Shit, I used to play laser tag. Remember that?
What's that?
Go to the mall and go play some laser tag in the laser tag room.
That's what I'm saying. Like everybody's like, "Oh, I'm not gonna." They say sarcastically, like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go home, put on my VR, then strap on my haptic vest and my haptic pants and my boots and my gloves." And I'm like, "Yeah, you will." I don't know why you say it like that, because that's what you'd fucking do, because you'd enjoy every minute of it. And I'm gonna be calling people out, calling everybody. Everybody's like, I'm not really interested in haptic feedback and VR and everything like that. Like the first time they put that shit into the sex industry, everyone is gonna wonder a second time. Like, I wonder what a VR blowjob feels like. Not going down that path, just pointing it out.
What are we talking about right now, bro?
I mean,
talking about a cyberpunk future that's inevitable, Tony.
It's already here, man. That's the thing. That's the thing about cyberpunk. It's already here.
The only thing that isn't inevitable is the patch that's supposed to come out That was supposed to come out this month.
You know.
I mean,
not the game. The reality. The game is.
Yeah, well, reality
out,
also needs reality also needs a hot fix too.
Oh Jesus, it does. Yeah, can we pass on this, please?
I will say this, Brett. I think VR is bigger than all of us in this room think. It's just in the PC realm because I've been seeing a lot of fucking places, a lot of people talking about, oh, the Oculus. That I think that thing is what's going to catch on. This is what I hate about Sony when it comes to these peripherals. They're always half-assed. They're either not cutting edge, or they don't, or they put support in for like a year or something, and then they fall off. Like the PSVR, they started off with a whole bunch of titles, and then they just waited for the third party to come help them.
Yep. No, I completely agree. It's they wait for Oculus to make advancements, and then they copy them and sell them cheaper. It's a shit move, but.
well, you could have the evil empire that steals your data and uses all of your vision, a la Facebook with Oculus.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's not a whole lot of great options, but they make it affordable for a thing I already own. Now, once I beef up my PC,
PC,
it. I'm gonna get the best PC on the panel. I'm gonna have VR. I'm just live in a virtual world.
There you go. All right, Brett, I'm gonna take you up on that challenge, brother.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because I'm trying to build a fucking monster. You know.
Oh, we're gonna have a PC build off.
Yeah, we are, man. Because
man.
I've been asking around, and people are like, "What's your budget?" I'm like, "No budget. Let's go."
Give me a month. Give me a month. Give me a month.
I already submitted my.
Carlos, he already got a beast. You know.
Oh man, waiting for you.
Yeah,
guys.
no, I need to, and I got a windfall coming.
There you go.
Everybody's getting. Whenever we get the stimulus, I'm gonna be flush.
Yeah. Yo, where's that Biden money, man? What's up?
I think that needs to happen, man. I think because Chris is in the line. He needs to get himself a new PC. And Carlos is all is bada bing. He's always upgrading his shit. Tony.
Yeah.
You already know that's coming.
Yo, man, you gotta have a PC off, man. Put some specs up.
For sure, Tony. You know when I was having problems?
Yeah.
With my PC, you know what the problem was?
What was it?
For some reason, I can't even run Discord and Chrome at the same time anymore.
Wow. Yeah,
you
need to upgrade.
Bogs down.
Both of those are fucking
What the
system
fuck did
hogs.
you do to? It's like, what did you do to Discord? Why is it fucking taking up so much goddamn memory?
Yeah, Discord is a memory hog. Fucking Chrome is a memory hog. So yeah, I'm not surprised by that.
Are you running it the browser version of Chrome, of Discord or just
no the app?
Oh yeah, you know what, man? That app, I've always had issues with it. I never run Discord through the app all. I just do it through the website.
Oh, that's a thought.
All right, let's move on because again we got a lot of stories. We're just halfway through the stories. This one is this story right here. This story right here. 3 weeks in the making, right, Carlos? 2 or 3 weeks. We've been trying to do this story, but they keep changing the date on us, man. So so a couple weeks back, EA was talking about how they're going to determine the fate of Anthem, and everybody just assumed, oh, they're fucking killing it. Everybody was right. Anthem dead, son. That's it. They're going to keep supporting it with the servers. They're going to keep the servers up, but no more updates. And they specifically said they're going to focus their teams on Mass Effect and Dragon Age. Dragon Age, we're going to come back to that in a little bit. Big shock here. Big shock here with Anthem. No shock at all. I knew that shit was going to bomb from day one. And there it is. This is a fucking soulless looter shooter. The only good thing about that game was the flying. The flying in that game was second only to DC Universe Online. Fucking fantastic. Other than that, generic fucking looter shooter game. No one cared. And the other problem is that's not the kind of game people want from Bioware, man. It was like people what the fuck is this shit? This is Mass Effect. This is Dragon Age. So they just hurt the fucking game, and then they barely updated it too. So yeah, whatever. Good riddance. That's what I say.
They try to catch a they try to catch a fad, and it's like, oh, what's hot now? Looter shooters? Okay, let's do that. And that's when people try to do their Overwatch clones, or when people are trying to do their their battle royale clones and stuff, and it just doesn't work like that. Where you like just make one of those games and it's successful.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
Oh,
like
yeah. Yep, it makes no sense. Like, it sounds like really. It makes sense now with hindsight, but then even then, it's like, who is dumb enough to make a clone of Fortnite and what's that racing game? That really big. He knows where it's going.
Yeah, Jesus, the Rocket League. Rocket League.
Yeah, like, who's dumb enough to take Rocket League and Fortnite and put it in a game? That's really stupid.
A game that may end up with 11 people watching it on Twitch.
All right, would you say it's a game full of all-stars?
It could be.
It's a $20 game. I'll tell you that much.
Yo,
and it's free in some for some people.
Oh man, it's gonna be hilarious when that game's $70. Like, who knows buying that fucking game?
They said it's not.
Yeah, they
in perpetuity.
They said that it's $20.
Oh really? Oh
yeah.
Okay, good. Because
Carlos, I did the exact same thing. I was like, oh wow.
Okay, good. That's smart. Because Destruction All-Star is trash. But yeah, Anthem, no surprise there. The game that should not have been the game that we sacrificed Mass Effect Andromeda for.
Oh man,
that's where the real beef is.
Yeah, dude. It's like you fucked up Mass Effect. I know they're bringing it back. That's good, but you gimped Mass Effect for that fucking game. You know.
Yeah, I mean, we're all hyped for Mass Effect Andromeda. It's like, oh, the B team's working on this.
It's like,
well, what the hell is the A team working on?
Yeah, and we were like, yo, okay. I'm like, yo, okay. We at first, even though I was like, whatever about Anthem. When I first saw him, like, this shit looks like fucking Destiny. I was like, maybe the A team's gonna deliver, man. Maybe Mr. T's gonna show up. B.A. Barracus laying it down. No, A team failed, man. A team failed.
I don't even think like it's just a concept that failed, like the game looks fine, it controls fine.
Yeah.
It just they didn't have a story. It was the freaking looter shooter mechanic, and that's it. That's what killed this game.
Actually, this is all very reminiscent of the MMO, the massively multiplayer online role-playing game wars back in Warcraft. Problem is, with these types of games, they're an activity, and people only have room for one activity.
Yeah.
Fortnite, Rocket League, Call of Duty,
Apex Legends,
PUBG,
yeah.
Overwatch.
Yeah, every game now wants to be an activity. It wants to be an evergreen title, and so now we have too many things trying to be evergreen titles, and they're just fucking failing. The same thing happened with MMOs, man.
Yeah, no, you're right. And the thing is, there's so much competition out there. If you're not above the rest, you're going to get cut down, man. I remember playing Anthem, bro. We got to this one fight. We're fighting a giant spider robot. And I was like, this is the same spider robot from Destiny. What the fuck? Same weaknesses and everything. I'm like, okay, you guys aren't even trying right now,
I think the one thing about, I think that is right. Like, you gotta be, they're not thinking effectively. You are going against something that already has this huge install base, and you're saying to them, no, get off of that thing that you love, and you love playing, and you like watching streams, and you like playing all the damn time, and play our version of that thing that you like. Ain't gonna work. You gotta
done though. That's why they saw it done. Fortnite, remember with the whole thing that
was
Fortnite, when Battlegrounds, when it came in, people said the same thing. They're like, it's too late for you. You can try to do it, it's not gonna work, and it worked. So I think they see that and like, if they did it, we can do it.
Thing about it is that there's enough, to be honest, with Fortnite, there's enough difference about it, and I'm gonna say this, graphically different.
Yes,
and as well as control, like. With the building mechanics and all that stuff, there's enough from between them that at least pull them over. And to be honest, the characters in Fortnite, even if we're not talking about the famous characters they're constantly putting in right now, all those characters, they're fun characters. They're fun looking characters. They look like G.I. Joes and all the different things that you would like as a kid. So it's like action figures. So that's why it works.
Yeah.
Same thing with Overwatch. It's another one of those things. You have these sort of interesting looking characters, and then you have the other part of it.
You know what it is? Just to simplify this, right? Within the battle royale thing, right? It was like, okay, PUBG is the king, right? So if you're trying to usurp that, the question has to be, okay, what are you offering that's different from PUBG? Fortnite had an answer for that, right? They had the buildings, right? They had the building aspect. They had the aesthetic aspect, right? So they had an answer. Anthem didn't have an answer at all. Like, what are you offering that's different? Flying. And that's it.
But it didn't have PvP, though. I think that was a big nail in the coffin, to be perfectly honest. You can't have an open world and multiplayer game that you can't face off in. That's one of the things that kept Destiny alive.
Yeah, that may have helped. You're right about that. Division as well, even though there's not too much PvP, but motherfuckers love the Dark Zone, But speaking about that, Division is like the only looter shooter that worked besides Destiny. Destiny is like the looter shooter, but the Division is the only one that worked. And, just to prove the fact, the developer is like, yo, we're going to shut things down, but you guys keep playing it, so we're going to just keep giving you more shit. So that's like the only one. It's interesting.
I think with the Division, it offered enough different about.
It's different. It is different.
That it was able to attract people to it. If you're trying to play the same game as somebody else, it's not going to work.
And this is why. And sorry, man. This is why I'm worried about fucking Outriders, right? Okay, so I went to LA, right, to play this game last year. Literally, the last event I attended last year before the Rona hit, and I played it. I'm like, it just like, okay, this is another sci-fi looter shooter. Come on, guys. There's a demo out now, which I'm going to write about, but I don't know, man.
It's like, guys, what are you doing that's setting you apart from it? Are you just doing the same thing over again, but with a slightly different look? You got to give people something beyond just serving them up the same thing, because you have to be able to attract somebody from the thing that they're currently playing to the new thing. Why, if you're a World of Warcraft fan, why are you going to go to play Final Fantasy Final Fantasy Online? What is that? What is the difference? And why, how are they going to attract you over? And I think that's the thing. You got to have something to get people in there.
Well, because there's no end.
Timestamp.
Oh.
Gotta have something.
Yeah, there's no end to these things. I'm agreeing with Manny here. There's no end to these things, and that's the problem. You play your God of War, you play, like even Assassin's Creed Valhalla, 140 hours later, at least you finished the game. There, you had a wall where they're like, okay, and now we're done. These games, they don't have an end. As I kind of said before, they're supposed to be evergreen titles, but they're doing it in a really artificial way that just generally doesn't hook, and none of them understand. They're all playing musical chairs with one chair, because the deal is the crowd attracts the crowd, right? Like, you can come out with the most revolutionary game. If people aren't playing it, I ain't playing it. That's the opinion of most people in the gaming sphere. Like, what is the point of playing a dead game no matter how fun it is? There isn't. So what are they going to do? They're going to do the most populated game. Not because it's the most popular, because it's the most populated. Because they have to wait the least amount of time to get matched up. It runs smoothly. They just kind of get their fix. Some people just don't fucking care. I'd say about 50%. And that's kind of the problem, is you have to shift enough weight, enough player base into a video game, get enough hype where it's pretty much already super successful. And then you get the backlog of all, the wave of the people who are just hearing about it now. Like, oh, this is really popular. This is one of the most popular games. Like, everybody's playing Black Desert Online, so I'm going to jump in and play Black Desert Online. Do I like it? Well, I don't know. All of my friends are playing it.
Yeah, it's partially the word of mouth sort of thing, where it's like, oh, hey, yeah, we're playing this thing. It's like, and then it's multiple people saying the same sort of thing. But yeah, but it first has to start with that first attraction of people, and then you have the snowball effect from that, and then you have to. Then there's the other difficult part of it is keeping people coming back and engaged.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's move on. This next story is related to this as well, right? Talking about EA and all that. So, turns out a report from our boy Jason Schreier. Okay, so apparently EA wanted Bioware to make the next Dragon Age game a service game. with a heavy emphasis on multiplayer. For you guys who don't know, Inquisition had multiplayer, but it was just tacked on bullshit, not an integral thing. But this is supposed to be integral part of the game, supposed to be in there, right? But at least according to the report, Bioware won the fight. There was apparently some kind of scuffling behind the scenes, and Bioware won the fight. And now Dragon Age 4 will be just a regular Dragon Age game. And the two principal things that were in favor of this happening was, one, Jedi Fallen Order, a EA game, sold stupendously well. Nothing multiplayer at all whatsoever. Pure single player game. That was the first thing they cited as like a reason why Dragon Age could succeed. And the other one, as we just talked about, the failure of Anthem, which, according to a report, EA forced Bioware to do, which I'm kind of not surprised by, right? So
they forced them to do that.
So yeah, so basically, and again, this report just came out today. We dodged a bullet. They were gonna destroy Dragon Age by doing this shit, by making a service game. That would have been the end of the franchise instantly. You know, and then of course, you know what happened next, right? The death of fucking Bioware, because EA's unscrupulous with that sort of stuff. So
Hold on.
We got lucky. Go ahead, bro.
Hold on, Tony. Before you jump that, and I'm gonna
I already said my
preface
piece.
with,
I already said my piece.
Before I say anything, I want to preface this with, I'm glad it came out the way that it did. Okay, I'm glad that it's not being made into this. That being said, Dragon's Age.
Okay.
Dragon's Age, it would be one of the best games I can actually think of to be adapted into a large online multiplayer game. Mostly because it's already a single player MMO. All of the hallmarks of normal MMOs, you know, the ability buttons, the cooldowns, the all that stuff is actually built kind of after the way World of Warcraft played. It was a far departure from some of the things they had done before, other than SWTOR or KOTOR.
Here's my thing, and I don't disagree with you. I think they, if they were ever to do something like this, they should just do what Fallout 76 should have done: tag online at the end of it, and you'll be all right. You'll be all right. Dragon Age Online, go fucking forward, go nuts, but don't be calling it Dragon Age 4. That's online. That's where you're gonna get problems. Yeah,
it should also be a separate title.
That's what I'm saying.
Right now, it's not a good time to make a wild swing.
Yeah, no.
You need to come out with a Dragon Age that people like, people want to play, and then a year or two down the road between the two games, you come out with an online version.
There you go. Yeah, Dragon Age Online, very simple. If you have the title and online, you're good to go.
And here's the thing: do exactly what Elder Scrolls did. Don't change the game. Just don't change it. Have the same gameplay mechanics, and just make it online multiplayer as much as possible. I hate these fucking games that are like, oh, we're gonna make an online game. It's gonna be Fable Online. And it's gonna be top-down isometric shooter. What the fuck? It's not Fable at all.
That's crazy.
So it could have been a good idea if it weren't being overseen by EA. If BioWare themselves enthusiastically went like, you know what, we could turn this into a multiplayer game. Like, I actually think it'd be cool doing turn-based multiplayer tactical versus. That'd be kind of dope. But I don't have that right now. Build your team, you go in, and you kind of play like versus XCOM, which I haven't actually played anything like that since XCOM, which is a perfect example. XCOM, perfectly good strategy game. At the end, you want to fight other people? Sure. Add the replayability. Just stick it on the back.
Yeah. And by the way, I'm glad you said that, because that's the kicker here. Bioware did not want to do this, obviously. So obviously it was going to be a bad product because they felt they were forced into it. If Bioware does want to do it, that's a different story because they're passionate about it. Then you're going to get a good product. But EA forcing that shit when they were like, no, we don't want to do this. Ooh, that would have been ugly. Ugly. It would have been fucking Nosgoth all over again. Chris, remember that shit? You see, Chris is here. Yeah, but
I remember.
Yeah, you remember that shit.
Remember.
Yes. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, it's like Oh, so you're saying there's no Kane in your Legacy of Kane game? Is that what you're telling me right now?
Yeah, I was like, we heard.
By the way, shout out to Jay Drambo for subscribing.
Hey, thank you. I
Appreciate it.
saw that. Yeah. But yeah, no, you're right. It's like, hey, you want Legacy of Kain and Soul Reaver? We heard that, but we'd give you this online game instead without any other characters in the world you care about. Like, yo.
All right, guys, we got your Legacy of Kain game here. Just a few small changes. One, we went ahead and just took out the story. That was just holding things back, stopping the action from happening. Two, we took out Kane. That guy's really overrated, and again, he would have a lot of story and stuff. That just kind of gets in the way of all the action. And the guys from the Fast and Furious franchise say that's a no-go. So yeah, we're just gonna get rid of the story, and the world, like what do you need to really traverse the world for? Just to get to the next fight, right? So we're just gonna have the places where you fight. We don't need a world. So we got rid of the world. We got rid of the story. We got rid of Kane. That guy was not in there. Let's go ahead and arena it off and add multiplayer and turn it into Gears of War as best we can. And I think we've got ourselves a Kane game.
Oh God, it's insane. All right, man. Yeah, not much more to say. We dodged the bullet. We dodged the bullet here. All right.
Yeah, I'm not even a Dragon Age fan, but I know that's not their wheelhouse, guys.
Yeah, Bioware.
I mean, honestly, Tony, Bioware is the one that dodged the bullet because they come out with a bad Dragon Age. That would have been the nail in the coffin. Yeah, and the way EA does things, the EA would have been like, cool, throwing their husk into a shallow grave.
Yeah. I literally said that 5 minutes ago, by the way.
They'd be like, you should make this multiplayer, and they do it, and they're like, this is all your fault. We're closing you down.
Exactly. So we got lucky. Bioware got lucky too, All right, man. Moving on here. Another game delayed out of existence. So Vampire the Masquerade 2, the developer that's working on it, they got taken off the project completely. So the game's not coming out this year, and we don't know when the fuck it's going to come out at all. Like, they're just gone.
I have a feeling, and this is a couple of different factors on this one. I have a feeling the repercussions of what has happened with CD Projekt Red has affected this. I think this also, the company that's doing this, probably again bit off, just like CD Projekt Red bit off a lot more than what they can do or what they could offer. Number two, another World of Darkness game did incredibly horrible recently, which was the Werewolf the Apocalypse game. I don't know if I don't think it's under the same company, but they really needed to. I think this game really needed an overhaul, and I'm sure that this company was not able to do that.
Dude, Manny, do you think they've advertised the World of Darkness series very much? Because I feel like nobody knows these games are connected.
No. No, they don't know Werewolf of the Apocalypse or Vampire the Masquerade are connected. I don't think generally.
They're doing a terrible job of advertising. I mean, the game was awful. From everything I've seen,
it's a garbage game. But anyway, yeah, like I think to be on the level of what people expect from the previous Vampire the Masquerade games in this current generation, this sort of next gen sort of thing, I think it needs a lot more work than probably whatever was going to be there. I think if they released what they were working on, it probably would have been incredibly disappointing for people. That's just speculation.
Yeah, any other thought? I really don't have any thoughts on it. I just find it interesting. Like, they just removed the whole developer off of this shit.
Damn.
I don't know anything about the team that was doing it, but I do think that they probably bit off a lot more than what they could chew, especially with what they were trying to advertise, where there's this big open world game that you can do anything in, all that other stuff. Kind of like, again, like what the original game was, but with better graphics.
Yeah,
which is a really high bar. I want to put it because. For those of you that don't know, which unfortunately is a lot of you, the problem with Vampire the Masquerade was it was an amazing game. I mean, truly an awesome, mind-blowing, kind of revolutionary game for its time. You're like, this world is so fucking deep and everything is so fleshed out because it's a tabletop series. So, all the lore is connected, everything makes sense. The game was super interactive. You could play as all these different races. Like, it was, everybody who played it loved it.
all 7 people. And that's where the problem kind of came in. Is as well loved as the game was, it never reached critical or financial success.
Yeah,
really well. It was very slow burn. So
to give you guys an idea, it is literally on the level of the original Deus Ex as far as choices and the amount of things that you can do in that specific game.
Yeah,
but
it's up there with KOTOR.
But it never reached that level of Deus Ex where it just caused this because Deus Ex actually did well and Masquerade didn't do that well. Granted, they did 2. I think they did 2 other games. They did 2 games in that series before it sort of fell apart.
Well, the second one wasn't as good as the first one, so it kind of faded into obscurity, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's an amazing game. And now they have this problem of, so even though it didn't sell well, it's like 20 years later, 16 years later, and everybody's heard about this game that now they have to live up to. And they can't actually make a game with less content than one that was made 16 years ago. Like, it's a really weird bar, like, saying, like, yeah, you had interactive branching storylines in a fully immersive RPG. People still have fucking problems with that, and they're handing it to a new developer. They're like, yeah, they did this 16 years ago. You can do this, right? There's no reason why you shouldn't be able to do this. Developers sweating, just being like, yeah, fuck it, sure, yeah. So it's I personally think they came in and just went, what the fuck is this noise? What is this, some action piece of shit? We just saw Cyberpunk, get out, you're all fired. Which I kind of laugh. I kind of have to a little bit, because it just means a better game. It means somebody behind the scenes is looking at this, at the game, and saying, we have expectations, we need to meet them. This is hot garbage, and will just hurt our franchise. So, no.
I don't know. I don't know any of the history behind the two. It's unfortunately I haven't looked into them, but I don't know the history between the two companies. That the previous company that was in charge of this iteration of Vampire and the new company. But I would say I think it might have needed a lot of help, and they just said we probably cut it down and gave it to somebody else. But I don't know if the big question is how are they going to go back to formula? Are they going to just drop the whole damn thing or whatever was done before and then just redo the whole thing? Who knows?
They can keep a lot of the assets. So I imagine they'll keep a lot of the assets and a lot of the ideas. But yeah, it's. I imagine there's something fundamentally broken about it, or that or all the pieces just didn't fit together right, which is. It's not a bad idea to break it off and give it to another studio, especially considering that the studio that was developing it wasn't the original one, were they?
No, that's but that team is long gone, though.
Yeah, of course, it's 16 years later.
Mm-hmm.
So it really isn't beholden to any one person or one group of people now. No matter how you cut it, it's going to be fanfic. So we should at least make it the best we can. It's better than taking,
They have the luxury. They have not the luxury, but they essentially have to reinvent this whole franchise again, because there hasn't been games in years. So yeah, it has to sort of live up to whatever the hype of the original was that people have heard from the original, but also become something new. And they can't go the route of like the way Deus Ex went, where they essentially just turned it into a linear shooter,
Yeah, I just don't understand why they can't follow the blueprints of the games that they're kind of following up.
Well, if you were
Vampire,
if you were to put like the bigger question about this is if you were to put a game out on the level, like let's say you just. For the sake of conversation, you took Vampire the Masquerade, you put fancy graphics on top of it, but it's essentially the same sort of game it was before. As a modern gamer, you will see all the problems with that game. You'll notice, hey, the environments don't have as many NPCs walking around. Though, hey, you can't interact with everybody. Oh, hey, the cars, you'll just start to see the chinks in the armor. So you end up having to do way more work on it to sort of build the world. It's weird, like when you have those sort of older games, again, go back to Deus Ex, where it feels immersive, but also it is also incredibly very gamey when you look at it with modern eyes.
Yeah. All right. Move on to, I believe this is the last story. This is what I'm throwing in here just for pure shits and giggles. Because the internet, one of the other things that happened on Tuesday, now we are writing stories based on the things seen in people's backgrounds. So if anybody wants to write any crazy stories about the shit I got in my background, feel free to, because that's what we do now. All right, so a picture, I don't even know where this picture came from. Manny, maybe you could tell me, but there's a picture of Phil Spencer, right? And I don't know where this picture came from, whatever. But anyway, so in the background, he had a action figure, I guess, not an action figure, of Ludens, which is the astronaut man from Death Stranding. Internet went fucking crazy. Like, oh shit, Phil Spencer has Ludens in the background. Death Stranding's coming to Xbox. Death Stranding to Xbox. At first, it was just a bunch of people on Twitter talking shit. I'm like, whatever, Then sites started reporting on it. I'm like, all right, bro. So I said as a joke, I'm like, hey, he has a Nintendo Switch back there. I guess Microsoft is going to be buying Nintendo if we're going to use that logic. I saw the Far Cry fucking skull back there. I'm like, I guess Microsoft's going to be buying up Ubisoft now. Why not? If we're going to use that logic, let's go fucking crazy. And it got even crazier. Manny, what happened with this whole Metal Gear thing?
The one of the people who worked on Astro's Playroom switched his icon to a Metal Gear themed one of those bots in the game, Astro bots on his icon, and all of a sudden people are speculating, guys who do Astro's Playroom are actually working on a Metal Gear remake, and we have proof of this making sense because those guys actually helped Blue Point Games make Demon Souls. So there's really, so you can't change you working at as a dev, and you can't change your icon to something that you enjoy. Or some sort of like, hey, I like Metal Gear. Hey, we have an Astro Playroom Metal Gear thing. No, you can't.
Whoa. Manny, are you suggesting that people who decide to devote their lives to video games and move into that industry somehow enjoy them?
Yeah, I know.
Isn't that something?
And it somehow automatically means the minute that you do these things, that it automatically means that you're working on a title for a game, or somehow going to buy another company or whatever. You come on, Phil Spencer having a Ludens figure. What if Phil fucking likes the likes the Ludens thing? A lot of people
imagine that Phil Spencer plays video games.
I'm sure Phil Spencer played Death Stranding. Hey, who knows? Maybe Kojima himself just said, "Hey, Phil, to build a bit of a relationship with him. Hey, let's take this." They're always constantly. The doors aren't closed. People always talk to each other. People like things. Everything is not a clue to a hidden deal that they're going to be making. That's why they say. I remember. There was some talk about the guy who's in charge of Super Smash Brothers, right? And they said they had to be really careful about what he has in his environment, because people, especially in the United States, by the way, he said, especially in the United States, people start grasping at straws and thinking, oh, hey, this is going to be inside of the game. Like the things in his environment are clues to the things that are going to be the new characters in the new Smash edition.
And the thing that people used for evidence, right? That's the quote mark right there. Evidence. They're like, Phil Spencer had the Series S in the background one time. Now we got to look for everything because he may have something hidden.
2 points. One, if somebody's dropping an Easter egg so subtle it's about something in their background, big hint, the news actually isn't relevant yet. Yeah, you may get a breadcrumb, you ain't getting a meal. That meal ain't coming for a long fucking time if that's how they're dropping their news. Nobody's like, hey, check out this hidden thing in the background for a game that's dropping in 4 months. No, nobody fucking does that.
Yeah.
My curiosity is why it's different in America than Japan. And my answer would be Japan is very mascot oriented. They like franchises and they like mascots. They don't like companies so much.
But that would be my shot in the dark. I'm still curious to see.
No, I mean it's usually like it's really. I think it may have been what's his face, the guy who runs Smash himself. But yeah, he said that he has to be careful because it seems like a lot of Westerners like to look at his backgrounds and see them in what they see in his backgrounds. They think are going to be possible characters, especially when he was in his own house. If you ever looked at the two videos, so there's two videos for a while ago. They actually did show a video of Super Smash Bros. It was at the beginning of the pandemic, and he was at home, and they were like showing, his house, like showing his living room and showing certain places. But if you notice, there's big differences between the two videos. In the Japanese one, you see way more things. You see a PlayStation 4, you see all kinds of other different mascots and things that he has, like different collectibles and stuff. And in the Western version, or the American version, all of that stuff is removed. Why is that?
I'm wondering if and that's what I'm saying. I'm wondering if it's a fundamental difference where here we kind of see everything umbrellaed under a company. I wonder if because Japan has a long history of mascots, it's just kind of a cultural thing. I wonder if they're more into franchises and characters and don't really give a shit about the companies as much. I'm curious about this because it's very interesting.
I think it's more that people in Japan seem like they might be more accepting of whatever's in the environment as not a clue, as to whereas people in the West are kind of trying to dig things apart and pull things apart to try to figure stuff out. Maybe people in Japan are just like, okay, yeah, that's his house. Whereas maybe people here in the West are like, what is he hiding? What is he looking for?
Is there a weeaboo in the room that could comment on this?
Maybe somehow question. Maybe we tend to.
Wow.
Riku side one.
Maybe in the West we tend to question things a bit more than they do in the East. I don't know. Look at the way their culture is, where it's like, you'll have these people, do everything for the company, and they never actually question the validity of the company. They do it blindly. So
we're
maybe
a little bit more, independent minded over here.
Maybe that's what it is, or where we're sort of, maybe people in Japan are not questioning it. They're just like, okay, yeah, whatever. It is what it is. Whereas in the West, we're like, oh, what's the deeper meaning?
Yeah. By the way, I want to give a quick shout out to Otaku man Andre, who's been in the chat the entire night. Man, we got to get you back on the show, brother.
Otaku man.
But yeah, no, it's absolutely ridiculous. Like people just going crazy with this sort of speculation. It's like, and here's the thing, and this is the point I want to bring up. Very important, right? See, a lot of these people online are, they see things through a very fanboy type of way, right? They think, like I said, I'm too loyal. That type of mentality, right? That type of fanboy shit doesn't exist with these developers and fucking publishers. It doesn't exist. They all talk to each other. They all hang out. They all exchange shit. They go to meetings together, right?
Jump ship all the time.
Yeah. They go to other companies. There's another guy. Oh my God. Speaking about loyalty, one guy, he was on a Microsoft team. I forget which one. He went back to Insomniac. People are calling him a traitor. Like that shit doesn't exist within the actual gaming industry, right? It's only you dumbass fanboys who believe that shit. So they see that Ludin statue behind Phil Spencer and they automatically think crazy stuff when it's like, and they never even stop to think, hey, maybe he just likes Death Stranding. Never even crossed their mind because he can't like Death Stranding because it's a PlayStation game and he must hate PlayStation. Doesn't work like that, man.
But it's also on.
Yeah.
It's okay, guys. You can relax. Death Stranding's on PC. That's
there you go.
If that makes you feel better, that's where you played it.
Absolutely insane. Absolutely.
It's already on the Windows product.
Yeah. Brett, what were you saying, man?
He's not genetically Microsoft. He's not built by Microsoft. Like people are like he's gonna be on his deathbed being like, I lived and breathed Microsoft. Like, no, dude, he's a human with a family and a person. He can go to work at other companies. This reminds me of the Marvel DC thing where people are like, oh, blah 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 blah. What there's this huge chasm between Marvel and DC. I wonder if the artists talk to each other. They point to somebody like Manning. I'm like, they're both. They like comics and jobs, man. They like comics and money. That's it.
I'll be like, I work at both. So does that mean I don't talk to half of myself?
Yeah, right. It's fucking insane, man. Fanboys are ridiculous. So stop looking at people's backgrounds and fucking coming up with conspiracy theories. Be more like the Japanese. They don't care,
Yeah, again, like it's not. if they're gonna do, they're gonna do it to fuck with you guys sometimes. But to be honest, it looked just like you were in Phil Spencer's office. Like that shot looked like something from a podcast or something like that. Like they're interviewing him in his house, and he's just showing his office or his game room or whatever. So I mean, come on. Just because he's got some toys in the background that look like some stuff doesn't mean he's working. He's going to buy some company, or the Death Stranding is going to be, or some other thing is going to be on there. Just wait for there to be, an actual announcement instead of speculating off of some stupid shit that's sitting in somebody's background. And also, don't speculate just because somebody decided to switch out their icon because they like something.
Icon. Yeah, it's fucking absolutely insane. Fanboys, man. I swear, this industry, I forgot what the numbers were, but I put it, I posted my fun numbers, right? 50%. Oh, yeah, that's what it was. 50% of all conversations in gaming, right? All speculation, right? 35% fanboy wars. 15% actual games. It's insane, man. Absolutely insane.
Hey, Tony.
What's up?
Are you acquiring the STFU and Play brand? Because I mean, I can only assume by the fact that you're wearing a T-shirt that you're making a legal move to purchase the brand, right?
And I'm gonna give you some more insider shit. Adam's gonna buy fucking Konami, man. Look at Ninja Turtles. It's right there. It's right there. It's been there the whole time. All along. It's been there all along. And he's buying WWE. Look at the fucking figures.
Yo, by the way.
Vita 2, baby.
Vita 2, let's go.
Confirmed.
Yeah, confirmed. Yeah, Throwdown is buying Vita 2. There you go, man. There you go. And we're also going to be endorsed by. And we're also hold on, Brett. Are we also going to be endorsed by the Wheel of Time? I mean, it's right there.
I can't give information on that, but stay tuned for next week's podcast.
Oh man, and Manny, he's going to buy Raziel.
Yeah, I got. I'm gonna resurrect the Legacy of Kain franchise, and it's not gonna have Kain or Raziel in it. It's gonna be a whole new world, but it's gonna take place in Nosgoth.
See, y'all heard it here first. The reason Nosgoth happened is because Manny bought the rights to Raziel.
Yeah. Yeah. So he's mine. I call up Michael Bell every day to give me lines to say as Raziel. Yeah.
Crazy. All right, man. Gonna wrap it up. So, Manny, do you have anything to plug at DC or Marvel?
Well, I got Marvel's Voices is coming out, I think, very soon. What we got here is just got this one in. What is this? Infinite Frontier #0, which is a big old book. I don't even know if it's
DC Comics. So you're telling me you're working for DC and Marvel? Man, what the fuck?
Yeah, there's a new one that's coming out. Infinite Frontier 0. Here's a Wonder Woman cover if you want to check that out. So, yeah, that's coming out really, really, really soon. It's got another Nubia story that us and the Nubia team did with from Immortal Wonder Woman. Got Marvel Voices coming out really soon, which has a cover by me and Kari Randolph and me. I also want to thank everybody who got a copy of the deluxe edition of Excellence. We actually funded our Kickstarter, so that's going to be coming out. So, but it's still open for you guys if you want to read Excellence. You want to read the Ultimate Edition of it, which has a bunch of really cool concept art done by Kari Randolph and myself, and a bunch of covers and literally the whole. It's literally the ultimate version of the book, which you can get so far. So, yeah, thanks a lot if you've actually decided to pick something up from that. Yeah, that's what I got going on.
Good stuff, Adam. Walking Dead, man. What's up? You guys back?
Well, it's back, but it's still home sweet home because we got that early. So that was early access. So that episode that we cover on the podcast, I Am Negan, you can find on iTunes and Coalition and Spotify. That is going to be airing to the public on Sunday. So if you're into spoilers, then you can already hear our take on it now. It's myself, Carlos, and Richard Bailey Jr.
Oh, yes.
Right. And if not, then you can listen to it afterwards. But yeah, so that's what's going on. And then the week after, they're back on track of every week. But yeah, what we posted was early access a week early of what was going on. And they were cool with it. They were allowed to do that because that was from AMC on their network. That was something that they were hyping up. So
that's what's
okay.
up.
So you make sure with them like, hey, yeah, this is cool to do this, or
yeah, they let people cover. They were like, yeah, we are, because that was the whole thing, is that if you have AMC the network, then you would get The Walking Dead, the Home Sweet Home episode 17 a week earlier than when it debuts on their network television. Okay. So that's where that whole thing comes in. So right now, yeah. So if you wanted spoilers and all that stuff, you can go check that out. Or if not, you can just hear us bitch about it afterwards. So yeah, I am Negan. Check it out.
Nice. All right, man. That's going to do it for us, people. You already know, man. So make sure you follow us on Twitch and Twitter. Subscribe to us on YouTube and join our Discord. If you're watching us on YouTube and you like the episode, make sure to hit like, subscribe, and hit the little bell. All right, you can find us on any podcast app by searching for Throwdown Show, and you can find us on throwdownshow.com to listen to past episodes. Links are located in the description below. Once again, our show is Tony Polanco, and tonight I was joined by Emilio Lopez.
See you later, guys.
Chris Seeley.
Hey, take care, everyone.
Carlos Romero.
Peace out.
Brett Murdoch.
Been real party people.
Adam Vale.
A weekend.
And Brian Manjoma.
I'm probably one of the few people that's really excited for Returnal.
Probably. Now the fans like it too. All right, people. We'll see you on the Sunday show. Later.
Deuces.
Later.